Hi, I'm Rick Naqvi, and I'm here to show you two new applications that'll give you wireless control over your Studiolive mixer. This is Studiolive Remote, and this is our new iPad app, and this is called QMix, and this is an app for the iPhone and the iPod Touch. Let me show you a little bit about how we have this hooked up. So I have my Studiolive hooked up via FireWire to my laptop. And then I'm going out of the Cat5 output of the laptop to a dual-band wireless router, and I've created a private network that I can broadcast, and now all I have to do is connect to that network using the iPad and the iPhone or iPod Touch, and I'll have wireless control. So let me show you Studiolive Remote. When I first launch Studiolive Remote, I see the start page where my Studiolive mixer is connected, and all I have to do is hit the connect button and it'll pull up an overview page. And here I can, of course, grab faders, I can mute channels, I can pop open an EQ on any channel, and scroll across to get to the compressor, the limiter, the noise gate, that kind of a thing. And when I spin the iPad to portrait mode, it pops open a large view over just that one channel. So I've got my EQ, my compressor, my gate, all visible. In addition, I've got the assignments at the bottom to all of the 10 auxes of the board, plus the effects processors. And on the right side, I can scroll from channel to channel to just look at every channel's settings very easily. Another feature of Studiolive Remote is the fact that I can control all of the aux mixes on the board. So I can, scroll between different musicians' mixes, give them more of particular channels. I also can control the effects going to each monitor mix. So this is great to add a little reverb to someone's in-ear mix or wedge mix. In addition, I can click on the Graphic EQ tab, and that'll pull up the 8 graphic EQs that come with the Studiolive 24. And from here, I can, of course, adjust the graphic EQs. You have a draw mode, so if I hit the draw mode on, I can hold down a particular frequency and just sweep my finger across to draw in a preset EQ curve. And in addition, I can just very easily flatten the EQ with the flatten buttons. Another great feature is on the upper right-hand corner, you've got the Masters tab. And this allows me to control all 4 of the subgroups, the master fader. I can even mute effects in between songs right from hitting this little tab. So that's basically an overview of Studiolive Remote. It really solves a lot of problems because now you can be wherever you need to be to have the maximum listening experience. Even if your board is located in some other location where it may not be best for sound, you can take the iPad app, get right in front where you need to be. In addition, you can walk up to your monitors and EQ them using the graphic EQs. This is a lifesaver, and it'll completely change the way you mix on the Studiolive. The next app I'm going to show you is called QMix, and this is a real lifesaver for musicians. This allows each musician on stage to have separate control over their aux mix using an iPhone or an iPod Touch. Let's take a look. Okay, so when I first launch QMix, I'll see my Studiolive mixer, if it's connected to the network, show, and I hit connect. And then if I turn the phone landscape mode, I've got separate control over all 24 channels of my mixer. So I can create a complete mix over every input. I can even have control over effects going to my monitor mix. Notice I have control over just one monitor mix, in this case the keyboard mix. So that way musicians don't accidentally switch each other's mixes. The permissions for the different aux mixes are found in Virtual Studiolive, and this is where you can actually go in and set up each musician having control over only one aux, or if you're the musician that's going to control everybody's aux mix, you can also have control over all of the auxes. When I switch the iPhone to portrait mode, it allows me to designate what channels I'm on. So let's say I'm the keyboard player. If I hit the Me button, you can see I've selected just the keyboards to be my channels. So when I go back, you have a level control in the middle that controls the ratio of my channels versus the band. So at any time in the night, if I need to hear more me, I just flick this wheel up and it'll give I just flick this wheel up and it'll give my control over my channels in relation to the rest of the band. And the cool thing is if I still need more me, it starts turning the band down after a while. In Virtual Studio Live, when you hit the Setup tab, you can see all of the different remote devices that are connected to your computer. So in this case, you can see my phone is connected. And here is where I can give the musician control over whatever aux they are on, or all auxes. Another really cool feature is, let's say you have a musician that really doesn't want control over 24 faders. They just need more me all the time. So if I hit the wheel only control, what it does is it locks out control for that musician over the whole mixer, and now they only have access to the wheel of me. So this just makes it really, really easy for people that are not so technical to have exactly what they want, which is more of themselves, at their fingertips. So that's Studiolive Remote and QMix. These are both free downloads, and if you're a Studiolive owner, you can download them and start using them right away. If you have any questions about the Studiolive mixers or how these apps work, call your Sweetwater sales engineer today. These guys know what they're talking about, and they know the Studiolive mixers. Thanks for watching.